actually started here in December of 1980 through Canyon High School. They asked me if I wanted to go full-time when I graduated.
There was just happened to be an opening, and so then, I applied, back in '86. I started at the drive-up window. My next position after that was in the applications area, which was at the front counter. Back then, you would take payments, you would take calls, you would take the customers at the front counter, you would do cutoffs at the same time.
We did everything up front. We stood all day long, and we had these, what they call a meter book room. And in that meter book, there were pages and pages in these books, and there's like 36 books. And they were all very heavy. And when we waited on a customer, a move-in or a move-out customer, we wrote everything in those books and kept them up to date.
We count the money for the day before, cash and checks, and we would get them ready, wrap it up, do your deposit ticket, and put it in a bank bag, and you would walk it across the street in the plaza, because our bank was like a block away from here, so you'd walk it over to the bank.
My first job was downtown. And so for 6 months, I think my title was Special Projects Coordinator. And so whatever Roger Biggers wanted me to do, I did.
My present position is Executive Director of External Affairs, and I've been here since June 1st of 1983, so that's over 33 years, close to 34.
It made it easy to apply for this job for sure, to see him go through it and not just stick it out, not because he had to, but because he enjoyed his job and made friends. And I remember his co-workers would be over at the house on the weekends and stuff, so they were just always there. And it was not just work. And so I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a great job. I was not doubting that one bit.
They call me the horse.
He has these big teeth.
I got buck teeth, but now they call him the pony.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what kind of reputation I bring or what I do, I'm going to be the pony from now on. I'm going to be the pony.
I'll turn 39 years this October the 3rd. And it seems like just yesterday. When I started, we actually had 68 employees. We had just one wastewater treatment plant. And now, almost 40 years later, we've got 4 wastewater treatment plants.
Well, actually, this was my first cap breaker. That was my first cap.
And then your second cap?
That would be the lightning bolt.
The old zip and drip?
The old zip and drip. You got your lightning bolt in, and then you got your water drop in the middle of the U.
There is a tool that draftsmen had back in the day, which if you see here, has lettering on it, and it's a guide. So we would place this in our drafting board on a straight edge, and we would basically trace through or follow the lettering, and using an ink pen, pretty much write everything out. These drawings would show what contractors were required to put in, and how to put it in, and everything was to our specifications.
I didn't go to climbing school. My climbing school was Sandy Willis, John Green, and them. We set up 4 poles over in the substation. Every Friday for about a month, we just climbed around on them for a little bit. And then after that, you pretty much on-the-job training. Climb up the pole, start learning how to climb. Now, with the apprenticeship program, we've got schools set up for them once they get in the program. They take lineman tests in the college.
As we get a lot of different calls, I think the most interesting call is we had someone ask us to get their alarm clock to quit ringing.
You don't always know what the deal is. You could have poles down everywhere, line down, but or it could just be a bunch of limbs online or a bunch of blown fuses. You never know what you're going to run that on. That's what makes it exciting.
I've been here long enough to see some of the floods that we've had in this town. We've had employees just volunteering their time, their help, their efforts to clean up, help the community any way we can, and I think that's really something to say about who we are and what we do.
The utility business has certainly morphed over the years. It's changed significantly with technology coming on, and that opens the door. It used to just be a brawn, you're out there digging ditches or repairing broken or climbing poles.
We were over there at the old water plant at Klingerman there. It was way different, pick and shovel and all. But now, when we came over to the new building here on 306, everything's changed. Learning a lot of new stuff and all.
So like when I first started, I think there were maybe 3 laptops in the company. The IT manager had one. The CEO had one, Al Kaufman had one. That was the only laptops. Now there's probably 50 or 60 laptops. Just, yeah, a lot of changes.
Now we've switched over to a database system where it's smart, it's intelligent. It offers a whole realm of additional possibilities that we can take advantage of. Cut costs, make it safer for our guys, make it better for our customers. There is such a huge potential in improving all of our lives by advancing this.
It's a different theory nowadays. Everything is too much, there's electronics and stuff that some of the older people have problems understanding. The younger people actually teach us.
Sometimes if there's something I can't figure it out, I'll try and look on the computer, see if I can get kind of some steps on how to do it, and then it'll set me free from there, and I can probably figure it out for the most part.
I still do the old-fashioned, pull out a book, look at it. But that's the main thing, is that whatever you learn through life, you need to pass it on to somebody.
And now I'm at the point where I like to pass on that knowledge.
What I've learned through our training and our leadership training and stuff with our millennials, I have millennial children myself, and so you learn how they think and you learn something from them at the same time. So while they're learning from you, from your knowledge that you've had for all these years, the flip side is I'm learning from them and the new stuff that's coming out and social media and how it affects them and things, how they process things, and it helps you.
I want our employees to know that we're here at a historic time in New Braunfels. We just have a terrific group of employees. And the folks who work here are in a culture that was built by people who were born here and raised here, so that the work that they do each day, it's not just for them, it's not just a job for them, it's their neighbors that they're serving, it's the people they sit next to on the soccer field or in church on Sunday. And so it's a real personal thing. And so to be able to contribute in this town in a way that helps our neighbors, that shapes the town as we're in this high growth mode, is a very important thing. And it's something to be excited about.
There's peaks and valleys in anything. It's just the way life is. But when you look at the NBU, the structure in a whole, there's just no place, as far as I'm concerned, to work.
Well, I hope I can have some sort of a legacy like Orlando. If I can help half as many people as he had, I think I'll be happy with any kind of a legacy like that.
Not very many people can wake up every day and enjoy going to their job and not do that. So it's just, I enjoy learning from the older guys like Sammy and learning from some of the newer guys that have been here longer than me too.
Doing what I do now, I mean, helping someone in need. I do everything that I can to help my crew get their service back on.
He's been doing really good and everything. Every time he comes home, he talks about what happened, out there in the field. And that, man, Dad, I really like it, because we're not there in one spot every day. We're in different locations within the city. Treat people like you want to be treated, You treat people good, they're going to go off and you'll pay back.
It's a good future for him. My day's already starting to go downhill, But him as a young father, hope he's going to make a good career here. It's good working here.
It's not the work that I do, it's the people that I work with.
The greatest thing I pull from this job is the people I've met and worked with and learned from.
It's always been kind of family to me. I guess I thought about other places to work, but when I really think about it, I don't think I really want to go anywhere else. I mean, I like it.
Well, you've been here for so long. I don't think anybody else would hire you.
Probably not.
I don't think you would know what to do if you went anywhere else.
I probably couldn't get this easy of a job somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes us different than so many other utilities in the country, is that feeling of we want to be part, we want to help, we want to make this city continue to thrive. And that's a heartfelt feeling that I've had my entire career.
It's been 75 years, and we typically have long-term employees here. We went through a hiring boom in the 80s, and a lot of those folks are still here. A lot of them have retired or will be retiring soon. And because we've been here this long, there's a legacy that we're all stepping into. So we have an obligation not just to our community, but to the folks that came before us to honor the work they did. If you look at our utility and you take the things that are important in our utility, like rates, like reliability, like serving folks and having that type of orientation for wanting to help, that doesn't just happen. It doesn't just one day everybody feels that way and you're performing that way. It takes decades to get a utility in a position to be performing that well. And we have one of the best utilities in this country. There's no doubt about it. And the reason we have that is because of the hard work of the folks that came before us. And so it is incredibly exciting to come in and stand on their shoulders and see what else we can do going forward. And so I would say that building on that legacy is something that's a compelling thing for all of us to stay focused on, because we're going to do even better things. We're going to take that reliability, we're going to make it even better. We're going to continue to work on providing the services that our customers expect from us.